Hi, Coquettes. Okay, so today we're making a hunter's chicken. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do it in two parts, but on one video. We're going to make the sauce first, and then we're going to combine it and make the hunter's chicken part. Okay? All right, let's go. Right, now, I needed my notepad today because there's loads in this sauce. Okay, so in here we have a tablespoon of thyme, ground cumin, oregano, garlic salt, onion salt, basil, and 5 spice in here, and some sweetener. So that's all a teaspoon on there. Okay, and then we've got some tomatoes. These are little baby tomatoes. So just cut some of them up. Just a little pack will do. Okay, so we've got balsamic vinegar. So it's about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. 50 grams of tomato puree. We've got apple cider vinegar, so we've got 5 grams of that. We've got some Dijon mustard, so about a tablespoon of it. Soya sauce, a tablespoon. We've got some honey, and the honey is around about a tablespoon of it. We've got some garlic and some onion and some chives. I think that's everything. Give me a nod, Gary. Okay. Right, we're going to put my little pad over there. So we're going to pop this on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this with some oil. Now, those of you who are new to cooking with Yanni, I am already making my chips. They're in there. They're my wedges. But if you look in any of my other ones, I'm sure I've done some wedges before. If there's any problem at all, just give me a message and I'll tell you how they're made. Alright? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in our onions. Now, red onions are really good for this because basically red onions are a lot sweeter than normal onions. So they're going to give us a bit more of a sweetness into our sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry this off, and then I'll come back and then we'll pop the rest in. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're cooking up our onions. So now I've added in the garlic, and I'm just going to add in our lovely tomatoes. Now, it's at this stage as well, we're going to add some of our spice in. Just going to move this over here. Right, so you can add a bit of salt, you can add a bit of pepper to this. So I'm adding a bit of pepper to mine. Okay, and the reason why I'm adding the spices now is so that they do get cooked a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down this a little bit more, and I'm going to get a tiny bit of water, just to help the spice come together a little bit. Put that in. Okay, so really turn down your heat. And then we're also going to add in our soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, and our apple cider. Okay, and that gives it just a little bit of juice while we're stirring it all up. Okay, so we're just going to cook this just for a little bit, and then it's hopefully all going to come together. Then we just need it to cool just for a little while. Just seeing if there's anything else that needs to go in. I don't think so. This is why I bring everything kind of over sometimes. You can also put your chives in if you want, a couple of your chives. And don't worry if your chives aren't all cut really nicely, because they're going to go in your little mini blender here. Well, mini, it's not really mini, but it's all going to go in your blender, which is right here. So there we go. Okay, so I've now added 2 lots of ramekins of water. So I have no idea what that is. That much in a jug? I'd say about 50 ml maybe. But don't put too much in, because obviously we don't want it to be like a really thin sauce. Okay, so I'm going to put the mustard in. I'm going to put in our puree. Now it's up to you whether you want to put a bit of corn flour into it. I think this is going to be okay without the corn flour, but it is up to you. Okay, so put your honey in. Because what we want is we want everything in here, because we're going to transfer it into a bowl. Pop them over there. Okay, so give it a good mix. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a teaspoon, see what it tastes like. Yeah, that's great. Because you still want, even with the honey in it, you still want that tanginess of the of everything else that's in there. I mean, if you're feeling like the tanginess has gone, just put a little bit of extra balsamic or something in it. It will kick it back up again. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these. And I'm going to pour it into here if I can. This is quite heavy, this pan, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so leave that to cool for a little while, and then we're going to pop it in our blender. Alright, sit there. Okay, so we're going back for the second part. So we're going to put our lights on. It's getting a bit dark in here now. Okay, so I've cooled this down completely. Now what I did was I transferred it to this bowl, and then I had a bigger bowl and I put water in it, and then I just sat that in it, and it made it a lot cooler. So Gary's looking at me like just amazed. Okay, so put this in. Now the reason why you want this really cool is, like, people that will know that I do the videos, I've always said this, please don't put your stuff hot in the blender. Unless you want your whole kitchen painted with the sauce that you're actually making. Yeah, no one likes that. Okay, so what we're going to do is lock that in and maybe turn it on. Might help. Oh my dearie days. Okay, so give it a blitz. Okay, so that's your sauce done. I'm going to turn this off, turn that off, because obviously you don't want to be unlocking it while you're trying to get it off. Now, I'm not very good at getting these off, so just give me a minute. Obviously my Hulk strength isn't quite there yet. Hulk! Need to get more angry with it, and then maybe I'll go into Hulk mode and get it out. Okay, so let's undo this. And I'm going to bring my little jug over as well. This was my little jug that had water in it. Don't know where my other thing's gone that I had, but okay, so it's not a thin barbecue sauce. It's more of a chunkier barbecue sauce. So, but then I quite like it because it shows that you actually worked hard in making it, rather than like some sort of processed one. No, thank you. Okay, so I've got 80 grams of mozzarella cheese. I've got 2 rashers of bacon, and I've got 2 chicken breast fillets here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to open these up. If I wrap this up really, really well, like I think I have, right, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my little brush. It is hiding. There we go. get my little brush. I'm just going to brush our chicken. Now don't worry that I'm putting it back in, because we're going to be pouring the sauce over anyway, so it's all going to get cooked. It just gives the chicken a bit of flavour. Okay, now obviously because we've put this on the chicken, do not put it on the sides, otherwise you're going to end up getting him. Okay, so we're going to wrap up our bacon. We're going to wrap our bacon round the chicken. Okay, so like that. That one. Actually, we might need another rasher of bacon. We'll have a look in a second. Bacon. I think I underestimated how big these chicken fillets were. Okay, so we'll put that there, and I'm just going to go and get some more bacon. Okay, so I've got some more bacon. I honestly did not realise how big they were until I started wrapping them. Okay, so try and put that underneath that bit. I want that bit that way. And it's just going to go there. And then one more bit. Like that. Okay, so I'm just going to literally give my hands just a quick bit of a wash, only because I've had raw meat on my hands. Okay, so just going to dry. Okay, so now we're going to pour over our sauce. So pour it over the chicken. I'm just going to leave a bit of sauce there as well. We'll take a little bit off so we can actually see the bacon as well. Okay, and then get your mozzarella. And we're just going to literally sprinkle it over the top. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So put this in for about 20 minutes. So it's on 200 degrees. Preheat your oven before it. Pop it in, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Okay, so the chicken's almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my potatoes out first, so that they're nicely on the plate. Okay, so I've used fry light on these, but you can use oil, you can use whatever you want on them, to be honest. And it's got rosemary, a little bit of turmeric in it, salt, pepper, and a little bit of dried rosemary as well. And it comes out really, really tasty. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these. God, it's so big, can't even get it on the thing. There we go. There's that one. I think I'll finish off a plate over here, I think. Okay, well that one's got a little bit better. Just get my white thing. Okay, and there you go. There is your hunter's chicken. Well, thank you very much for watching my croquettes. We really do appreciate it. So please like, please share, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.